Ivey and several other governors want certain information from the Biden administration on migrants and their sponsors connected to the Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans asylum program.
WVTM 13's Magdala Lusant is here with us in the studio tonight. She's been following migrants' concerns in our community, primarily in Sylacauga. And Magdala, you read the letter. Does Governor Ivey mention the city?
Yeah, so Guy Sherry, she doesn't, but she says, quote, the apparent dumping of migrants in our cities and small towns with no advance has not only sowed mistrust and fear among the public, but it's also placed the migrants themselves at potential of physical harm. Now, in this letter, she and several governors have signed, also demanding the location and legal status of migrants in these 20-plus states. And we took this letter to an immigration lawyer to see what this means and if it has any teeth. Joshua Crumbly is an immigration lawyer with Shivani and Associates. The firm doesn't have many clients under the CHNV, also known as the Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela Asylum Program, but they keep their ears open to what's happening.
I think the whole immigration attorney world is still following this because this has a lot of legal questions, especially that letter, and it requires a lot of research. And time's going to tell what comes of that letter.
In this letter, Governor Kay Ivey says she and several other Republican governors have concerns over the Biden administration's lack of coordination and sharing of information on the program. I asked Crumbly, should migrants be concerned?
No, I don't think they need to be worried about it. I think they need to take the opportunity that they have currently with their parole and seek more permanent legal status solutions. That should be their main focus. Last
month, I spoke with Haitian migrants who came to the U.S. under the CHNV and Temporary Protected Status Program. They moved to Sylacauga this summer.
I came into the United States this year, in January.
They told me then they couldn't find work after living in states like Florida for months and heard of manufacturing opportunities in Alabama and came here willingly.
We don't want to sit at the mercy of our sponsors. We had someone welcome us when we came. We've always wanted to look for jobs. We have family to take care of and bills to pay in the country. I came here on my own will. When I was told there's work in Alabama, and I chose to come to Alabama.
Governor Ivey is even asking for information about the sponsors who applied for the migrants who came through the program. Crumbly says that can get complicated because that's requesting U.S. residents' personal information.
I'm not sure what the Biden administration is going to do in response to that letter or what they're going to be required to do. I think that might be a legal fight between the states and the administration if they decide to escalate it to that point.
Now, last week, the Department of Homeland Security said it will not extend legal status for the migrants. Crumbly says this means people under the CHNV have 2 years and they know they cannot renew it. So they have to seek more permanent options like applying for a green card or temporary protected status or make plans to leave the country or face deportation in immigration court. Now, meantime, I did check back in with some of the migrants I spoke with earlier. I spoke with them today, and they say some of them have left the state to live with family elsewhere.